Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing out there? This is Linda. You're back in the groove again, coach. Listen, I want to talk to you about how to live your best life now, because that's what it's all about. I'll tell you a little story. Last Sunday, I went for a walk. I go for long walks on Sundays, usually, sometimes on Saturdays. Last Sunday, I went for a walk. I wanted to do a long walk, but ended up by doing a very short walk because the flies were way too bad. Forgot my bug spray. Long story short, I cut the walk short and decided to go to a restaurant. When I got to the restaurant, I bumped into some people that I hadn't seen in years, and it was so nice to see them. It was like, oh my God, what are you doing here? Now, these people don't even live close to the area. They don't live close to my house anymore either. And it was really, really cool to see them. Started talking, noticed that my lady friend looked like she had aged. Now, we're all aging, let's face it, we're all getting old. And I noticed that she was repeating herself a lot. Things change in a few years, right? And I also, when I was talking to her husband mentioned that he doesn't do those same walks anymore. He used to do a lot of solo walks. He said he started when he was 69 years old, but doesn't think he'll be doing them anymore. So it got me thinking, how can we live our best life now? And that's what I'm going to talk about today. You know what? Because whatever age you are, the pandemic might have pushed us back and maybe prevented us from enjoying our lives. But it also made us realize that our life is short and we are still very vulnerable. So we have to enjoy our best life right now. And I just noticed my hair is really crazy. So I'm just going to pull it back. I got out of the shower about half an hour ago. My hair is still wet and misbehaving right now. So here's a few tips to help you live your best life right now so you can love what you do. You don't want to wait to reach certain milestones. You don't want to wait until the pandemic is over to start doing things. And you might hear that, oh, I'll wait to do this and I'll wait to do that. No, you want to start enjoying your life right now. So some of the things can be, for example, reaching out to friends and building those strong relationships with people that you haven't seen for a while, perhaps, or even people that you know. Keep in contact with them. Send them a message. Give them a phone call once in a while, right? That way you continue to build those relationships. And of course, you have relationships that you can enjoy yourself with as well. I suggested you choose friends that you like and that you don't pay much attention to the people that you don't like that much. So start building relationships specifically and more with people that you actually enjoy their company. I think that's always a good thing, right? Now, the next thing is to try new things. Now, a lot of us, at our age are kind of reluctant to try new things because, when you try new things, it's a change and nobody really likes change. So I'm encouraging you to try new things. Now, it can be to watch a new program, simple as that. It can be starting a new hobby. It can be maybe walking different paths. I'm trying to think of a path that I walked recently. Blah, 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 blah. What I did recently was I walked a completely different part of my city. And I hadn't seen that part, so it was kind of a new thing. And in fact, it made me realize that there's a lot of beautiful areas where I live. It kind of reminded me a little bit of a European style, some of the homes that I've seen. It was really, really interesting. So you want to try new things, be willing to at least try new things. And I did talk about change. We know that change is one of those topics that either people love it or they fear it. But I'm going to encourage you, and I've encouraged you in the past to start embracing change. Life is all about change. And I'll give you an example. I shared with on another video that, I looked at some photos. I was looking at some photos the other day, and I noticed how much I've changed. And I've noticed how much my kids have changed, and so on, right? And sometimes by looking at photos, it reminds us how much time has actually gone by. And so the fact that I've noticed that means that those years, every day, slight changes, it's normal. This is life. Every day brings a new opportunity. Every day brings a new change. So you want to start embracing change and loving change and being a little bit more brave with change as well. You also want to give your best. You want to do the best that you always can. Sometimes we feel that those little stepping stones are difficult, but try to do your best. After all, that's what's important. And of course, when you think, well, I'm not going to be really good at this, I'm not going to pass, I'm not going to succeed, turn that around and say, hey man, I'm having a really good time learning this and improving this thing. I have to tell you just a little bit about my garden, trying to talk about trying my best and doing new things. I ended up by getting a lot of zucchinis in my garden. And at one point I thought, what the heck am I going to do with all these zucchinis? So I checked out a few recipes. I talked to a few people. They sent me recipes, and there's this one recipe. It's a lasagna, zucchini lasagna. Perfect. It was so good. And I still have some pieces in my freezer, actually. But I also made a recipe of meatballs, making meatballs with zucchini. And okay, it wasn't that good. Edible, of course, right? They were edible, but it wasn't that tasty of a recipe. And so I did my best when I made that recipe, but I can definitely do better the next time I make that recipe. I think I'm going to add a few spices to it and maybe add less breadcrumbs. And, so I can always do my best, even though I wasn't 100% successful when I first attempted. So I'm learning, right? I'm learning some new recipes. And this is another thing, how to live your best life now is to continue to learn, have that open mind, being willing to learn. Just recently, I started learning some Italian because I, wanted to walk in Italy. Now I have to admit that learning a new language is a bit of a challenge. Now I don't have to learn everything in Italy, in Italian. I can learn a few words like buongiorno and bueno and I can't remember some of the fantastico. There were some other words that I remember learning that I can't remember now. I'd have to review. That's all part of the learning process, isn't it? You might start learning something and then you might go, well, I think I've learned enough. No, continue, because there's so many different things that you can do to learn something. You also, instead of comparing yourself to others, you got to stop that. One of the ways to help, to start living your best life now is to live your life. Your life. No more comparing yourself to the neighbors. No more comparing yourself to your friends. And this isn't about being selfish. It's about going, what do I really want to do, right? What do I like doing? Do I really like zucchini? Do I really like walking? Yeah, I love walking. And in fact, in my case, I love walking more than jogging. Now, if I would compare myself to everybody else on the street that it's jogging, I would try to jog and I'm going, yeah, this isn't working for me. And I would do it begrudgingly. No, I don't want to do anything begrudgingly. So quit comparing yourself to others. Start doing things that you like, that you enjoy. And you're going to then start living your best life right now and be proud of that. Anything that you've attempted, my meatballs, for example. Be proud of that. I am proud of the fact that I actually made some new, created some new recipes here, followed some new recipes, because honestly, those were brand new recipes. So any attempt at doing something, you want to be proud of it. You want to be proud of yourself. Some of those things might take practice. It might take me a little while to improve that recipe, or improve my Italian, or improve my ability to walk up some little, steeper hills. But you know what? It's all about doing it and all about experiencing. And I can say that I'm proud of that. So ask yourself, what am I proud of? What have I done lately that I could say that I'm proud of? And one more tip is to stop waiting for your life to start. This is our life right now. It is time to live your best life right now. It is time to start loving what you do right now. And it's time to start exploring new things to do, right now. It might be even time to start reconnecting with old friends right now. You don't want to wait until, I don't know, the pandemic's over, or you want to wait until you have a better job because you'll feel better about yourself. No, you know what? Your friends want to hear from you no matter what, especially your good friends. They want to hear from you. So there you go. My name is Linda G. Robert. I am your Back in the Groove Again coach, helping you live your best life right now so you can love what you do. And I hope to see you soon. Start loving your life and live it too. Bye now. Have a great day. Take care.